Hey there, Soul Shines. It's me, Michelle. And today I decided I wanted to make a video. I'm trying to be a little more consistent. I want to apologize up front if there's any background noise. It seems like when I start videoing, everything gets noisy. I'm not sure why. And also, I didn't take time to set up my camera, so I'm just using the laptop. And it's sitting on my knee and a little wiggly, so I apologize in advance for that. I have a technique that I've learned, and I want to share an awareness that I've received this morning from a very, very emotional experience. I got so triggered yesterday, like sobbing, crying, hurt at my deepest levels, kind of triggered. And I was like, what do I do about that? And so I used my technique that I'm going to talk to you about today. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the technique and then tell you the awareness I had this morning because of doing the technique. So first I'm going to show you a picture of the one that I did last night that had to do with my being triggered. I actually did this about being wrong. I have been doing healing work on the experience of wrong for as long as I can remember. And it hasn't shifted, and it's just been like, I don't understand. What do I do? And so that's why I did this, because there's something about this tool. I don't know. It was created by a guy in Russia. I got a little mini class, and then I'm going to take a full class. I will have taken it by the time you watch this. And it's just really cool. It's basically recreating neural pathways in your brain and also tuning you into solutions that are outside of your own brain. It's like really crazy cool, and it works. And within, I didn't even fully complete this one before I had my big awareness. Like I was getting to the point where I was doing the very final step, and I had this huge experience and awareness. So sometimes it's in the next day or two. And I did one on my house, and that was another thing that I had been trying to clear this stuff, but I wasn't able to clear it. I've tried so many different kinds of tools and techniques, and it just wasn't clearing. And so I did one on the house, and it totally shifted my perspective. I went from walking into the kitchen, taking one look around and turning around and walking back and going into bed, to this space where I felt kind of compelled to clean, and I still do. And it's not like that anxious, I gotta get it done thing. It's the walking and seeing a mess and being, well, like, some of it's like, well, that's kind of annoying, but let's get on it. It's the, I wake up in the morning and I check in with how my body is doing. And if I'm physically in a space and don't have anything to do, I feel like it's okay to do some cleaning. I don't fret when it's time to rest. If I have other things going on, I don't fret if I don't get a chance to do any of the cleaning that I needed or thought I wanted to do that day. I don't fret. I just know, I just have this knowing that it will be okay to wait until tomorrow to do it, or wait until later. But at the same time, if I have the time and capacity to do it, it's like, I got to do this. I've got to take care of this thing. So it's really, really fascinating to experience that change. And it happened immediately. Like, I did the drawing on a Sunday night, and a week and a half later, I'm still doing this. But the next morning, I woke up and it's like, let's get these dishes done. Let's get on top of this. And I have only gotten to, well, the dishes don't always get cleaned before bed, because I also still am trying to give my children the opportunity to do their chores. But if they choose not to do their chores, it's important enough to me that I choose to do it. And that's my choice. It's not saying that it's right or wrong for anybody else. It's just my choice. So I had this experience, and so I'm super passionate about this tool. And I will leave the email of the person who teaches it in the description box for you guys. If you want to reach out and find out if she has a class going on or anything like that, you can do that. So I just got super triggered yesterday and felt like really just a wrong. I just felt like everything I did is wrong. Didn't matter what I said. Somebody was going to like basically censor me or correct me or something, or they were going to be offended by what I said. Like, just it didn't matter what I said or did. Somebody's going to think I'm wrong. And that was, and like I said, I haven't been able to clear that. And I've been trying. So I did the thing, and then I started it yesterday, and I finished it this morning. And like I said, when I got to right before the very last step, I was having somebody check over my paper to make sure I'd gotten everything I needed to get. And during that time is when I just had this emotional, how do I say it? I kind of just had this emotional outburst, if you will, that was about some of the energy lying underneath the feeling of being wrong. And it was more about the idea that I, as me, is not accepted. I'm not good enough. And so this is one of the challenges that I find with energy clearings is we have this belief I'm not good enough was no higher or lower on the hierarchy of what's underneath things than being wrong was, but they get tied in and wrapped together. And so doing some work to clear away some of the wrong helps to separate it. I do find that as I think about the things that happened, today I'm not going into a space of I was the person that was wrong in that situation. I'm going into a place of I said what I had to say and it was misunderstood. And that's what it was. It was misunderstood. It wasn't that, oh my gosh, it's my fault, I'm wrong kind of thing. It was just, it's misunderstood. It doesn't say I'm right or wrong. I expressed a thing, and if they don't believe me, it's okay. It's a very weird experience. But really what I wanted to talk about was how often we think we know what's underneath something, or we think we know, and yet we still can't get to the bottom of it. I believe that there are these little things that we hide from ourselves. It could be things wrapped around our core wounds or something. And so we can't find them. And if you do a lot of energy work on yourself for personal development or writing or like journaling and stuff, you may find that it seems like it's always the same exact thread. And even if you clear the stuff, it's the same exact thread. But what if that thread is just the symptom of the problem and that you just aren't finding the very center to truly release it because you are just only seeing the symptom and you can't see anything else because you've hid it from yourself? I think that's what happens to us, that those of us that aren't finding changes, and it's so hard because I've been doing energy work and belief work and emotional work. I've been doing this stuff for 20 years. And I've had some areas of my life that I've most definitely cleared and can 100% feel a difference. And then I have these other areas, it's like, what the heck? What am I supposed to do? Why isn't this changing? And I've tried everything that I can think of. And so I'm really excited for this new tool because it's actually getting those things. And I don't know what they are, and that's okay. Still, I don't ever need to know what it is. I just want to have a different experience. That's all I care about. And it's hard to watch other people come in. There's one lady I really struggled with because I've been working on my money stuff for 20 years. and she got introduced to the personal development metaphysical field that I hang out with. And, in a year of doing work on herself, everything changed for her. How frustrating that is for me, who'd been working on myself for 20 years. Life is like that, right? For some people, it's really quick. Maybe she has areas that are going to be harder. Maybe I have areas that were easier for me. And maybe I just have deeper wounds, or I don't know. We all have our different experiences, and it's okay. So I just really kind of wanted to talk about that. I guess I want to say, keep up the hope. There's still solutions. And if you haven't found it, your solution's on its way. It will show up eventually, and just keep hoping and just keep asking for it. And maybe yours is this tool as well. It's blowing me away, like seriously. So wow. I am going to do one on the good enough piece as well, because I am feeling, I'm like, the whole wrongness thing. Finally, I'm like, as I think about it, I'm like, I don't feel like I don't feel the wrong, and I don't know how to explain that. It just feels different, and it's really cool. So that's my thing for today. I wish I had a more inspiring message, but I hope it's inspiring enough. I will see you guys next time. Remember to let your light shine big, bright, light, and beautiful. Be the incredible, beautiful, wonderful you that you were created to be. And I'll see you next time.